It's funny, when you were talking about Caleb Williams, I couldn't help but think about the headlines are saying how he's absorbing the book so well. Everyone's so excited to have him. If he starts 0-4, compare that to the 0-4 start that Caitlyn Clark has had.
Mhm.
Because it feels like the sky is falling right now with the WNBA. And everyone expected her to come out and be the second coming of Michael Jordan. But I'm curious your thoughts about that. I just couldn't help thinking about that as we were talking.
Yeah, I got a lot of thoughts on this. Nothing surprises me about her start or the Fever start. Okay, this is an incredible adjustment for both sides. Um, the first point I would tell you is, having played in a national championship game in college, what does that mean? Can you imagine a Super Bowl in February and Patrick Mahomes has to turn around in 2 months and play a game? Can you imagine that? Like, NFL, different than basketball, totally different. But I played in a national championship game. I had to turn around and play. By the way, like, I didn't miss a game. Caitlyn Clark didn't miss a game. She played 4 years in the same system under Lisa Bluter. So there's a lot that is packed into that. She has a turnaround of 2 months. I'm going to tell you right now, like, without her putting words in her mouth, and maybe I could be totally wrong, but given the experience that I went through, I was freaking tired. Like, it is exhausting to play at the highest level in a national championship game. 2 months later, you're in the WNBA. Now, like, the WNBA, the NBA, the NFL, these are reality checks, okay? And there's a reason. I don't think Diana Taurasi was targeting her like, wait until she starts in the WNBA. She's gonna get a load of it. Like, I remember when Taurasi was a rookie. I played against her. We beat her. Like, or I think it was her rookie season. She didn't have necessarily the team around her, the gel around her that she'd had for 4 years at Connecticut. Although I think she's the greatest competitor I've ever faced, and I have the world of respect for her, she would be the first to tell you her rookie season was really hard. My rookie season was so hard that in the middle of it, I was completely burnt out. I'd lost way too much weight. I had to start eating peanut butter sandwiches in the middle of practice because I didn't have enough energy to get through practice. I was completely broken down, and we went to the playoffs that year. I played with Holdsclaw, I played with Vicky Bullitt, Muriel Page. We had a really good team. So I didn't have to be great. I was the third overall pick. I didn't have to come in and be a star. Imagine Caitlyn Clark having to come in and be a star. She's got Aaliyah Boston, who's really damn good. But they're trying to figure everything out together under Christy Sides, who's trying to learn how to coach Caitlyn Clark, who's been in the same system under Lisa Bluter for 4 years. And now she's got to play in a new WNBA system that is completely different. And maybe they've pulled some tendencies, which I've seen watching a little bit of it, in terms of the way they use the on-ball screen and pick and rolls and such. But she has to be tired. They can't take her off the court because she's transcendent. She is the greatest player right now of this generation coming into the WNBA from the college level. And she's probably going to have to play, I don't know how many games she'll be able to go, but we're talking a 40-game schedule, Suze. Like, they're going to have to get super creative in how they give her rest in Indianapolis, and make sure that she can really sustain this season, because there's so much being asked of her. And I haven't even mentioned the media requests. Every time I pop on Twitter/X, it's Caitlyn Clark walking into the stadium, right? The arena. Like, all of the media, all of the attention. She's taken things to another level, and again, deservedly so. But we have to be very, very careful about how we say, oh, she's not ready, or she's this or that, when frankly, she's very ready. But there are a lot of components to being able to play at the highest level and get your team wins every night. It's just really hard to do. And I didn't even touch on how good the league is. And you put New York on tape, put Las Vegas on tape, like, those two teams specifically at the top of the Eastern and Western Conference right now, they're incredible. Like, every player, and it's not just their starting five, it's what's coming off the bench. Then you add the physicality. And I'm telling you, I came out of my WNBA games that rookie season and I was banged up and bruised up. It is more physical. And when you, by the way, start to react to that and bow up a little bit, that takes a lot of energy out of you. I don't know if you've ever boxed, Suzy, but when you throw punches and throw blows, it's just as exhausting as when you take them.
And even worse when you miss them. I know that from boxing with Chris Brockman on a daily basis.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.